Now let's bring in Hilary Johnstone, who's been following this trial for us. So Hilary, what is the latest?
Hannah, Cameron Ortis, that 51-year-old former RCMP intelligence official, has been found guilty on all 6 charges that he was facing. He had been facing those 6 charges, including multiple counts under Canada's Security of Information Act, which is meant to protect Canada's secrets. It was also the first time that those charges under that Security of Information Act, had ever been tested in court. So let's just go through the backstory here a little bit. So Cameron Ortis had pleaded not guilty to those 6 charges. He used to lead an RCMP unit that had access to both Canadian intelligence and also Allied intelligence as well. He's a former civilian member of the RCMP, important here to point out as well. He had claimed that he was acting to try and protect Canada from, in his words, a grave threat that had been passed along by a foreign entity. Now, he is sworn to lifelong secrecy and said he could not reveal what that foreign entity was or what the threat was. You were mentioning there some of what he was accused of doing, including this allegation, which of course he's now been found guilty for these charges, but that he had leaked info to the CEO of a Canadian company called Phantom Secure. Phantom Secure was a Canadian company that provided modified secure cell phones. And he was accused not only of leaking information to the CEO of that company, but also accused of selling encrypted cell phones to organized crime members and to also leaking information to at least 2 men that police had suspected of being agents of an international money laundering network with ties to terrorists. So that was some of what he had been facing, what he was accused of. And now at the time, during this 8-week trial, which saw almost a dozen witnesses, including Ortis himself, the Crown had made it clear that they did not have to prove the why of the case, what the motive was, only the what. The what being that he provided this information without authority, that this information was provided without authority to some of those police targets. So that is sort of the latest news, of course, just in that Cameron Ortis, that 51-year-old former RCMP intelligence official, has been found guilty on those 6 charges that he was facing, including multiple counts under Canada's Security of Information Act.
Hilary, this is the first time charges under the Security of Information Act have been tested in court.
That's right, it was. So, and what we were hearing from observers during this trial and leading up to all of this was that this jury had quite the task in front of them. Probably fair to say that the average juror doesn't have a lot of understanding of national intelligence, of some of the material that they may have been looking at, for example. That was something that observers had been talking about going into this, saying that they really were going to have a tough job ahead of them understanding the 5 Eyes, which is that security alliance between Canada, the US, New Zealand, Australia, and the United Kingdom as well. So a big task in front of this jury. And not only were they going to have to make sense of all of this information, but like I say, it was also the first time ever that a jury has met in this country to hear a secrets trial, a spy trial. So something that observers have been following, Hannah, very closely.
Hilary Johnstone with some more breaking news in Ottawa. Appreciate all your work.
Thank you.